Rugby is a team game played with an oval ball. The ball may be kicked, carried, or passed from player to player. One way points are scored is by grounding the ball behind the opponent's goal line. Another way is by kicking it between the two posts and over the crossbar of the opposing team's goal. The game of rugby is played worldwide in all countries ranging from Europe to the Pacific. The earliest origins of rugby can be traced back to villages in Europe during ancient times. The first balls were made of leather stuffed with moss. The local villages came up with soccer-like games in which they would play each other at. This was an early use of balls for sports in Europe. Soccer would evolve from these games and eventually rugby. Perhaps the game that bears the most amount of resemblance to rugby during ancient times was ex-heroes. The objective of ex-heroes was to throw the ball over the heads of the other team and push the opposing players over the end line to score. During the period between the 1400s and the 1600s in England, soccer, which had sprung out of various Celtic ball games, was actually banned by the English kings several times. They believed it was a game of peasants and thought to create sin and violence. Despite this, the game persevered and continued to be played throughout Europe, mainly in England. But the event that sparked the evolution of soccer to an altered version of today's rugby would not happen until 1823. In 1823, at the rugby school, a boy named William Webb Ellis would change the game forever. Back then, rugby was basically soccer, but William mysteriously picked up the ball and ran it instead of kicking it. The other kids were so awestruck by this and started to do the same. Soon, all the schools that played rugby in England adopted this method. Rugby had no official rules before this, so in 1845, 37 rules were submitted. On January 26, 1871, the Rugby Football Union was founded in London. They were founded to standardize rugby. The rules that they implemented helped improve some of the rougher aspects of the game. This cleaned up the game so that the public could finally have a set of rules to play with. Rugby became very popular in the Pacific region in countries such as Australia and the tribes of the Pacific, mainly the Samoan people.